Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you're brand new. Welcome back if you're not. And welcome home if that fits perfectly for you. If you are not new here, you know that I have been a little unwell. And I am going to record today, knowing that I might have to take a break or two. I apologize in advance if I start to cough or sneeze. Anyway, let's get into the business of why we're here, which is to figure out what's going on this week, energetically, astrologically, etc., etc., etc. We will talk about astrology, and then we will talk about energy and see what's coming in for the week of July 1st through the 7th, 2024. All right, so first of all, last week Saturn went retrograde. This week Neptune goes retrograde. So these are big energies. We do need to talk about them a little bit more in detail. We'll get there. So on Monday, we start with the Taurus moon. We conjunct Mars. We sextile both Venus and retrograding Saturn. So this is a getting stuff done energy today, right? So productivity might be on the rise. It might be super high. Evening is going to usher in some really good ideas. Now here's the key. Use this as planning energy, okay? So this is visionary energy. You absolutely might be, let's say, delighted by the depth and novelty of the fantastic impressions that you're getting, especially as they relate to home. And remember that when we're talking about Venus, we're talking about home as it comes in through your five senses. So what home tastes like, looks like, smells like, tastes like, feels like, right? And make sure that you're relating those visions to what that home sense is for you. And here's the most important part. Write it down. Do not trust your memory to this. Write it down, okay? On Tuesday, the 2nd, that Taurus moon is going to conjunct Uranus overnight, and very early, 5:40 a.m. Central Time, Neptune, whoa, hold on, that's a good one. We just have to pick it up, is going to station retrograde, okay? A little bit later, Mercury in Cancer is going to trine newly retrograding Neptune, I'm so sorry. Mercury trines Neptune. And then Mercury moves into Leo. All of this before 8 o'clock in the morning, right? That's a busy morning, y'all. The Taurus moon is going to sextile Neptune, and then the moon moves into Gemini later on. That Gemini moon is going to sextile Mercury and then trine retrograding Pluto a little bit later, around lunchish time. And Venus is going to trine Saturn in the evening. Now here's the deal. As Neptune stations retrograde, we already know, right, that Neptune has really been influential in the last few weeks' astrology, of course. However, Neptune's influence is really going to deepen. That retrograde, remember, it lends clarity to our intuition, right? Neptune is the planet of illusion. When Neptune is retrograde, you get the perspective to witness things in an even more clear way. Those veils feel as though they are pulled from your vision, right? So it's very important to make sure that you're paying attention. So Neptune conjunct Mercury, as both are shifting energy, right? Neptune stationing retrograde and Mercury moving into Leo. Both of these touch these aspects together, and they're creating capacity for very precise communications and expressions. So make sure that you're using Tuesday morning for written or creative work. As the day unfolds, you might feel like roaring about the insights that you got or your accomplishments, depending on whether that was a creative expression or a creative communication for you. absolutely rein in your impulses to do either of those things. This is not the energy to look for accolades. Deepen your dedication to your own self-creation, right? And then keep going, right? This is the key. On Wednesday, the 3rd of July, that Gemini moon is going to conjunct Jupiter. Mercury in Leo will oppose Pluto, and the moon in Gemini will square Saturn. This is a day of options, as so many of our days have been recently. Excuse me. If you overpromise on Wednesday, you absolutely may be sorrier than usual when the time comes to deliver what it is that you've made promises on. If you choose to chart a very realistic course of your progress or your productivity, you will absolutely be more than rewarded when the deadlines are met. So choose wisely and then do, right? Choose wisely and then do. On Thursday, which is the 4th of July, depending on where you live and how you celebrate, you might be off work. We have a Gemini moon that sextiles Chiron and then squares retrograding Neptune. Then in the afternoon, that moon is going to move into Cancer, and that Cancer moon is going to sextile Pluto. So please make note that pop, pop, pop that you hear in your neighborhood might be your own triggers. The upside of that is that you actually have a wider capacity to recognize those triggers than usual. In fact, it might be a new occurrence that you say, wait, I recognize that as my business here. That's beautiful, right? So the way that you are able to recognize them then informs the way that you're able to claim them. Now here's the deal. Resist the inclination to fold in upon yourself as you get triggered, right? Our tendencies are sometimes to self-protect, right? We just go into that mode. With that Cancer moon, that is very possible. Here's the deal. You get to choose whether you're going to embrace your own vulnerability and look a little bit more clearly at what has been a previously unseen truth, right? Because the way that you witness that previously unseen truth will give you an opportunity to respond in a different way. Take the opportunity, right? On Friday the 5th, Mars in Taurus is going to sextile retrograding Saturn, and at 5:57 p.m. Central Time, that beautiful Cancer moon conjuncts the Cancer sun, and we have a new moon at 14 degrees and 23 minutes of Cancer. This is also, so this is happening sextile Mars and also trine Pluto. So this Friday, the 5th of July, this new moon is a time to take a stand. And here's the deal. You know what it is you're being asked to take a stand on. This is a deeply personal topic, right? This is not a cultural thing. This is something that is near and dear to your heart. So use this deeply potent Cancer new moon, okay, to create a very new storehouse of personal energy, a brand new way to nurture yourself, a new way to resource yourself, right? Again, this is a day to dream and then do. So this is a theme this week, right? We are visioning and then acting. On Saturday, the 6th, we have Venus in Cancer squaring Chiron early in the morning. That Cancer moon is going to trine Saturn, sextile Mars, square Chiron, conjunct Venus, sextile Uranus, trine Neptune, and then by the end of the day, boy, that moon is tired of being in Cancer and she just blazes her way into Leo, right? On Saturday, you may feel an old wound rear up today and dig into you in a very sensitive way, right? Here's the deal. This reactivation is going to come with an opportunity. You get to react in your old way, and that will mean going overboard, engaging with the same old drama, right? The SSDD nonsense that you've worked so hard to circumvent. Or you get to choose your new growth, your evolved response. And that will bring you closer to that concept of home, right? Especially when we're talking about Venus. Again, your home as that self-reflexive place that only you understand, only you create. And it's your job to create it and then inform it, right? On Sunday, the 7th, that Leo moon is going to oppose Pluto, conjunct Mercury, and sextile Jupiter. So if Sunday feels like a tightrope act day, right, remember that you are the only one who can balance anything that is in your realm, 100%. And so here's the deal. If you can, theoretically, close your eyes, right, and feel yourself as impervious, right, as undisturbable by your environment, by the bystanders around you. Your highest convictions and connections are always going to bring you into that 0 point balance. And then your responsibility, your ability to respond to that, hello, is to trust it, right? 100%, just trust it. Okay, hang on. I'm going to take a little break, grab a little drink, and we'll keep going. All right, you didn't even miss me, did you? Okay, so let's talk. On Monday, we have the King of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. This is wonderful energy. Honestly, for a day that Taurus business getting done moon is going to conjunct Mars, right, and sextile Saturn. So King of Wands, right, inspired action. 9 of Pentacles, yes, I've got this, I can do this. This is perfect, right? This is perfect energy for a day that we're talking about our highest levels of productivity, for not only getting things done, but utilizing this as that visionary day where we're going to create these beautiful, fantastic impressions in order that we can 100% get closer to our own idea of home. And we're going to make sure that we write them down, right? Write them down. Do not entrust them, please, to your memory. Write them down. On Tuesday, we have the 3 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. Interesting, as this day that Neptune stations direct, right? And Mercury goes into Leo and the moon moves into Gemini, right? We have all those aspects to Neptune and also to Pluto, right? We're talking about this as a day that really is going to lend clarity to our intuition and really create opportunities for very precise communication. Here's the deal. When we're talking about the 3 of Swords, we're talking about loss, sadness, betrayal, things, ideas, right? Swords, first of all, are always ideas. So this is about your brain, what your brain is braining, and the way that your brain is going to perceive a thing. Now, for me, the 7 of Swords is always about deception. It's about self-deception necessarily. So this might be clarity on the ways that you have been telling yourself a situation is. And you may have sudden revelation with Neptune moving sign and Mercury moving sign, or with Neptune stationing retrograde and Mercury and the moon shifting sign. You might have sudden clarity on a situation that you have believed was one way, and all of a sudden it may come to you, you know what, this isn't the way that it is at all. I have been telling myself a story that is not accurate, that hasn't been true. And you have the opportunity now to begin to shift into a space that allows you to begin to heal, right? So pay attention as those veils lift to where you may have been creating a belief or limiting situation or thought form that just hasn't been real, right? And that's okay. Fantasy is a beautiful thing, as we understand. But when we carry fantasy into our reality, where we're not capable of sustaining it, well, sometimes we have to put that back down, right? Okay, on Wednesday, we have the King of Wands appearing again, right? So we have him appearing with the 10 of Cups here. So this is, again, absolutely lovely imagery. Again, we're talking about a day of option. If you over-promise, you will be sorry. But if you rein your expectations and your projections in, make them realistic, when that time for consequence comes, you will be more than rewarded, right? More than rewarded. So whatever it is that you were working on Monday, carry that through. Expect it to thread into Wednesday. And again, we're just planting seeds now. We're making choices, and we're setting ourselves up for what is to come, right? We've just had solstice. We're at the first new moon after solstice. And so we want to really plant those deep roots. These are inspired choices. These say, yes, you can, if you find the places where you believe you're limited and remove them, right? Remove them. Because after that, guess what? You're limitless. You are limitless, right? On Thursday, the 4th, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So how are you making room for these new things in your life? How are you creating space for that new resourcing to come in? Remember, we're talking about that pop, that it might be your own trigger. And making yourself aware that you have a wider capacity now to judge what's coming in, right? And the key here is to resist your inclination to fold back in on yourself. This Judgment card gives you the opportunity to do things in a brand new way. When things are offered to you, you get to witness, oh, I understand what it is I've done in the past. Now I'm going to take that higher route and create something brand new, right? Looking more clearly at those things that were previously unseen truths. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful in terms of the way this week progresses for us. On Friday, the 5th, we have another king, right? The King of Cups. So we're really working on our mastery here. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. Pay attention because we have the 10 of Pentacles again. So this is that day we're taking a stand, right? And we know what this is. We know what this is and why. This is that deeply personal topic. Your own heart is your compass here. And what you're doing is creating this new storehouse of energy, this new way to nurture yourself, right? What are you creating for your future in order to fill your cup? How are you using those resources in your cup to create your legacy? This is a self-reciprocating situation, right? So we're dreaming, and then we're doing, and we're dreaming, and then we're doing, and then we're dreaming, and then we're doing. And that's how we're creating our progress, right? Absolutely beautiful. Step by step. That's the only way it can be. And on Saturday, look here, we have the 10 of Pentacles again, and the 6 of Wands. So this is beautiful energy. If you feel your old triggers popping up on you again, right? Something that comes up from the depths, faces you and says, hey, are you sure you've healed this? Are you sure? You get to say, you know what? I actually have. I actually have. You're going to engage by either choosing the drama, the nonsense, or you're going to be victorious by choosing this new path, this new strength, this new depth, right? And making sure that you are always looking back to what it is that is creating home, right? This Ten of Pentacles is a deep sense of home and legacy. And so the way that you're witnessing yourself as the victor here creates that. Again, we're dreaming, we're doing, we're dreaming, we're doing, step by step. That's how you create legacy, right? By simply being present in every moment and understanding that the foundation you're building is self-fulfilling over and over again. On Sunday, we have the Four of Swords, right? Let's witness how that works, okay? Through the week, your growth is going to be self-evident, and it's going to bring you into a lot of options. Remember, if Sunday feels like a tightrope act, choose your balance. Close your eyes and remember that you get to create yourself as healed. And you have every single option available to you. You come back to that 0 point and absolutely everything is available to you. Nothing is off limits, right? You're your only limit. And that's what we've healed, this concept of limitation. Through this week, you're going to have evidence somewhere that will allow you to understand that you have been in this contracted, limited state. But by the end of the week, you're going to see your way through it and take action to create something new. How do you do that? Over and over and over. Dream, do, dream, do, right? We just get a result and then we repeat it because that's how we create the foundation. How beautiful is that? I'm very interested by our oracle card this week, which is the 22nd moon mansion, which is wedding, right? So beautiful, right? So we're talking about Saturn and we're talking about Venus and we're talking about the sign of Cancer. So this is really about function and doing and all those things. Here's the deal. Traditionally, when the moon was traveling through this mansion, it was thought to be a good time for the making of pentacles to work charms, to sow discord and bring friendship. It was considered a signifier of personal power, right? The Capricorn and its ruling sign Saturn in retrograde, okay, but giving us lots of time here, okay? Capricorn and its ruling sign Saturn signify authority and the traditional way of doing things. The planet Venus is concerned with the acquisition of possessions, including your own talents and prestige. This combination of planets produces a strong desire to be accepted and respected by the community at large. This moon mansion represents the idea of doing the right thing. Beautiful. This is not a card of love or relationships. Marriage is used in the sense of marriage of convenience or a metaphor for doing something socially accepted. If this card is drawn, you will make the conventional choice, right? So this could be about keeping up appearances. And so as we're talking about Venus here, this could be choices that you're making in your life, your physical life, in the creation of your sense of home, where you are, right? How it feels, what it looks like, what it tastes like, what it smells like. And you're making those choices for yourself so deeply on this. Here's the deal. When we talk about Saturn and we talk about Venus, we're talking about the stuff that we leave left out, right? Anywhere we have a situation or a circumstance that we haven't dealt with, we have to come back and then manage it, navigate it, create it. And so this is the week where you get to make those choices. You get to summon the things back, call them back in and say, oh, I see where I didn't do this in the way I wanted. Let me do it again. I see where this created a consequence I might not be preferring. Let me choose again. And so over and over and over and over, you get to choose to wallow in the negative consequences, the undesired, the non-preferred consequence of a thing that you chose, or you get to choose again. You get to choose again. Dream and do. So you made a choice you don't love. Make another choice. You made that choice and you don't like it. Make another choice. You are unlimited in your choices. right? You have unlimited choices. Unlimited choices. Right here. Heal your belief that you have anything but unlimited choices, right? Let Neptune in retrograde motion be your gateway to unlimited choice, right? Pull that veil off over and over and over again, as many times as you need to, and really create for yourself this idea that your reality mirrors your internal reality, and your internal reality is a function of your highest self, right? Guys, thanks for bearing with me. I missed you guys last week, and yeah, we have more talking to do. Hopefully my voice will hold out. Be blessed. Thanks for your patience, and take care.